everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to Look Back. This is a series where I take a look at reviews that I did 1, 5, 10, and 20 years ago, and I tell you what I think about them now, if I think about them at all. So jumping back 20 years ago, I reviewed a game called Lucky Loop. This is an airplane game where you're doing tricks from Queen games, and it was pretty bad. Back then, I wasn't really sure about, for me, it was a new company of Queen, and this did not really increase my thoughts on them, although I did play a lot of games from them I enjoyed later on. But this is a 4 out of 10. I played a couple games from DV Games. These are card games. This was their initial one. First, Mr. Bill, about paying your bill at a restaurant. Not very good, 5 out of 10. And Moby Pick, ha ha ha. And just a very average to not very good card game, another 5 out of 10. Nexus. This is a little game from James Ernest about connecting things from cheap-ass games back in the day. This one's okay. Again, this is one of those ones that maybe... okay is the thing. If you like these connection-style games, you might enjoy it. 6 out of 10. Struggle of Empires. This was from Martin Wallace. There's a lot of interesting ideas in Struggle of Empires. It's a little too long, and I think Conquest of Empires, which he and Glenn Drover worked on, made things better later on. But this was almost there, 6.5. Russian Rails. This is not Russian Railroads. This is Russian Rails. This is the crayon drawing game. That there's a lot of them out there, and I really like the Russian one because halfway through there's the fall of Russia, which changes how the game works. Still needs an update, but maybe they'll make it soon. 7 out of 10. War of the Ring. Yes, this is anathema that I'm giving this an 8. I think War of the Ring is a very fine game. I got this as a Christmas gift. It was a wonderful Christmas gift. I'm still very thankful for getting that. I enjoy it a lot, but I will say that what keeps me from going back to it is mostly the length and the complexity of it. But that being said, I look at War of the Ring, and the reason I dropped my rating to an 8 is because I think it's a very good game, and I'll have fun playing it. But I don't feel this desire to go and play it all the time, and that should be there for a 9, I think, of sorts. But I will say this is a game that has very few flaws, other than it's kind of hard to tell the pieces apart or some, and some of the map isn't used very much. But, I mean, that's minor stuff. But if you want Lord of the Rings in a box, this is the game. Carcassonne the City. This is my favorite version of Carcassonne. Always has been. 9 out of 10. As you're building Carcassonne, it gets rid of the rule where tiles have to match. There's a wall around it. A lot of really cool things. And very simple and easy to teach. 10 years ago, I reviewed Crosshair's Testing Ground. This was from 1A Games. They had made their mark by bringing out Tide of Iron. They had worked with Fantasy Flight, but then they had re-brought it out. Crosshair's Testing Ground, though, was pretty trash. About rabbits shooting each other. Not very good game. 4 out of 10. Orcs, Orcs, Orcs. Another Queen game 10 years later that's still not that good. A deck-building tower defense game with orcs sounds like it should be, but this is very meh. 5 out of 10. Rattlebones. So Rattlebones was the first customizable dice game from Steve and Glenn. And there's some interesting ideas here, but it is essentially a children's game. It's okay. 6 out of 10. Cubo. This is a game about rolling dice. Another Queen game about the Holi Festival, or Holi, I don't know how to pronounce it, I apologize, festival in India. And you know what? I didn't even know it was about that festival until I saw it in the description because it's so abstract. 6 out of 10. The Ancient World from Ryan Lockett. There's another 6 out of 10. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually like the second edition of this. His second edition is a much better game, but this first edition was just fine. 6 out of 10. Waggle Dance. Rolling dice. Your dice are your bees. This is from the designer of Dice Hospital, Mike Nudd. And it's a nice, cute little game. 7 out of 10. Another Steve and Glenn game from R&R Games, Spike. This one I give an 8 to. This one does not have good looks to it. It would probably do better if it had looks, but it's where is that golden spike going to be driven as you're connecting the railroads across. There's a lot of interesting ideas. This is a fun little game, 8 out of 10. Roll for the Galaxy. What a fantastic game. I really like Roll for the Galaxy. I think I like Grace better because when I play Roll for the Galaxy, I'm more kind of playing it rather than making some very strong strategy. Roll for the Galaxy, I'm kind of just... It's more tactical, I think, but it's fun and it's interesting. A lot of cool things about it. 9 out of 10. And Orleans, this game just keeps getting better. This bag, drawing stuff from a bag game. The king of this this genre probably another 9 out of 10. 5 years ago, I reviewed Food Chain Magnate. Yes, I reviewed it after playing it one time. Yes, it was a bad playthrough. Yes, I hate everything about this game. I know a lot of people love it, but any game where I can lose 800 something to 40 is not a game I want to play again. 4 out of 10. 9 Tiles Panic. This is from Oink, about basically rearranging 9 tiles in front of you. It's fine. 6 out of 10. The Menace Among Us. This is a social deduction style game from Smirk and Dagger. There's a lot of things I like about this game, but social deduction as a whole has paled for me over the years, and this one just hasn't stood up. The big box size doesn't help either. 6 out of 10. Circadian's First Light. There's a lot going on in this game. It's kind of a civ building style game. 7 out of 10. Agizia Shifting Sands. This is the second edition of. I never played the first edition. So down the river, building things. A very strong Euro game. 8 out of 10. Alubari, A New Cup of Tea. This is a kind of a new version of Snowdonia, and I never played Snowdonia when I played Alubari, and I really liked the idea, but I probably would like Snowdonia too. 8 out of 10. Fantastic Factories. I tell you, folks, I sat for a long time and thought, do I want to make this an 8.5? Because I really do like Fantastic Factories. It's a good game. You roll dice. Using these dice then to activate your factories, buy cards that you can then activate. A lot of fun in it. Kalis 13, that's an 8. Kalis 1303, also an 8. This is a remaking of Kalis, and I think it's a very good one. I think it's a better one. Unfortunately, it seems like that boat has passed. No one's playing either one of those games, but I like this game, 8 out of 10. And U-Boot, the board game. This is another game that I probably never play again. So my 8.5 rating here might not be accurate per se. This is an amazing experience that I had where you are playing a video game and a board game at the same time. You need a computer. You're going around the sea. You're plotting stuff out. It is so complicated. So much stuff going on. But it also is a game that takes place in real time. Like if there's a submarine coming, you have to decide what to do in real time. You can speed time up. You can also slow it down to real time. There's a lot. It's like you want to applaud the game. I don't know how often you want to play it, but I had a great time doing so. Last year, this week, I reviewed Rubber, Paper, Scissors. This is a mix of tic-tac-toe and rock, paper, scissors, and it works a lot better than you might think. 7 out of 10. And Surfasaurus Max. Yay! This is the first game from Lucy Goose or Lucky Goose or Goosey Lucy. I forget the name of the company now. Anyway, this game is a basically semi-cooperative poker or cooperative poker. It's a weird one, but it works really well. It's being reprinted this year, so keep an eye out for that. I think the reprint might have come out last year, actually. No, it is this year. We're still in 2024. Well, you're not because you're watching this in 2020. I have lost track of what year this is. Anyway, these are the reviews I did 1, 5, 10, and 20 years ago. I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see you guys next time. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.